Testing. 1, 2. Testing. Testing. 1, 2. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as you can imagine, I did not watch this little presentation that Donald Trump wanted to present to the nation last night or to the two political parties. I couldn't find any sense that would be made out of listening to anything that Donald Trump says. Donald Trump has proven to us that he is a liar. Not only is he a liar, he has no idea of solutions to the problems that we as Americans experience. Donald Trump is a carrier of problems. He has no solutions. I know this. At least half of the nation know this. And for him to have a meeting and says he want to talk to all of you, and those of you who knows that he's just as phony as can be, go and sit and listen. I would say you do better if you're going to spend some time thinking about solutions to the problems. Now, this is why I further disagree with listening to anything that Donald Trump says. I just celebrated a few days ago my 75th birthday. Never thought I'd make it past 18. Having done that, 21 and 23. And after 23, you think that anything is possible. However, 75 caught me straight off guard, and I'm very appreciative. But one of the things that I'm most appreciative of is the fact that, let's say, since I was about 38 years old, the problems that we have in America are no different than the problems that people experience all over the earth, wherever people live. And truly, if you could find the solutions for one, you really have the solution for all. The thing of it is people. The people have been taught some of everything in various different locations and means and ways. And they so differ until they keep people at odds with one another. Even when they say they want the same things, they cannot come together and work together to get it because for some strange reason, one is deserving and the other isn't. And if they work together temporarily just to acquire it, then having acquired it, somebody's going to try to scam the other. You see, sisters and brothers, what I've been saying for a long time is we have put the blame for our lack in certain people who have mastered money. You see, they've, in their efforts to control everybody else, they had to find something that they can manipulate the people on. And there are certain things that are really common amongst all people, and that has not uh, restricted itself just to needs, wants, and desires, but it includes as well food, clothing, and shelter. But it doesn't stop there. Not, education is a very good thing. And when we get sick, we know how important healthcare is. And all of the other things are not on just one individual's mind. Those kinds of things are on everyone's mind. And they're not restricted and limited to just that alone. There's so many other things. But the world has everybody thinking that all of the stuff that is important to you, they themselves have been smart enough to learn how to possess it and own it. And yes, as I said, own it. And usually what that ends up doing is being coerced, connived, uh, robbed, stolen, murdered, and taken. That's usually the outcome. And so the masses have been blinded to the degree they don't see that or they don't care. And this is the way the world runs, ladies and gentlemen. Ran by people who want to deny the fact that the earth does exist, that the sky exists, that the rivers and mountains and valleys and grass, food and stuff exist, and they had nothing to do with human beings had nothing to do with it. And yet, in order for them to survive, they can't do it in any form or fashion unless they engage themselves with it. So they have a problem still, accepting the fact that there's a power outside of human beings that's really taking over things. And yet, in our little capacities to try to be somebody, we think it's important that we abuse one another because we don't know. But when you want to know, when you seek with your pure heart to know the truth, because you know what you want to work for you, and if you, for some strange reason, care about other people, just as you would want other people to care about you, you would at least see the same freedom that you find for yourself, for everybody. The peace and prosperity that you see for yourselves, you'll see it for everybody. The fulfillment and satisfaction in life that you desire for yourself, you'd at least see that everyone have their own. And having accomplished that, you can only recognize that you're only able to do this because you see what it has produced. You recognize that the dreams and aspirations that the people have now materialized, and you know that because you yourselves chose a particular part of it that gave you your greatest joy, and you committed yourselves to engage in the process of creating and causing a manifestation of all the goods and services that rest in the reservoir, so that you do it in such an abundance that everyone would have access to it. No one being denied it. Why? Because everyone participated in the process. And this is how life, my friends, is nurtured and how life grows. So having known this since I was 38 years old, why should I listen to anything that any politician talks about? Why should I listen to anything that you, the people, deny because you don't know any better? I know how the world has trained us all to be dumb, to be ignorant, and to be stupid. I know how the world has done that. I'm a social scientist. But not only am I a social scientist, I'm a child of God. And I recognize God, and I know that God is God. And I know that God has the power. And I know that the things that we want in life are being denied because we have shut God off. We have shut God off and believing in people like Trump and Putin and these other guys that you can't even pronounce their names. People who cause us pain and suffering, they'll lie, cheat, steal, kill, and do anything to get what they want, and at your expense. So my plea for you have always been, since I've been 38 years old, to tell you that you can change the life that you dream of, you can actually live. But the blinders are thick, my friends, and the ears are plugged. People just not listening. Who are the people? It's you. It's you. And I'm supposed to be listening to anything coming out of Donald Trump's mouth. Why? It is not going to serve us. And I'm supposed to listen because you want to listen. What it don't go do for me? They ain't going to do nothing for me because I want you to be free. And I know that nothing Donald Trump says is going to free you. It's not going to put you on anything about freedom. Nothing but to capture your mind and make you again as you are. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you understand that my mission to you is to say to you, I'm not really trying to convert you, but I want you to know that there is a God. And it's not white folks, it's not black folks, it's not men, it's not women. These are only tools that can be used by God or Satan. And when things, pain and suffering stuff is the order of the day, Satan controls. When joy and happiness is the order of the day, God controls. And right now, Satan is running the show, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Well, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Again, this is A. Marcus, and until next time, goodbye for now.